My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. We continue here in, wait, can I get the location? Yes, I can indeed, in Goldthwaite Park, where we are performing just a couple of odd jobs and ends for the housekeeper here in order to get a little bit more money for our main mission. So I believe now we are on our way to the Butterfly Zoo. Goldthwaite Park. Lepidopterritorium, I believe it was. This giant cricket is messing with the water in the bird bath. Attack the cricket? Maybe later. This giant cricket is sniffing the air. I could attack that giant cricket, sure, but maybe later. A bench for sitting on while bugs land on you. Anything else around here? Whoa! Is it still a bird bath if it's for butterflies? I'm gonna fish in it with a salty fishing rod. You're gonna avoid careful consideration of this object. You've got an item nasty goo. This stuff is so gross that it makes you want to throw it at somebody just so it won't be on you anymore. This must be where the butterflies sleep and dream that they are Zhuangzhou. I don't know this reference. Is this Butterfly Dreams? Not familiar. That's gonna be a literary reference I am not familiar with, unfortunately. The worst kind, a literary reference with which I am not familiar. Not to say it's uncommon, it's extremely common, but it. These two giant crickets seem to be having a silent conversation. I could attack them if I wanted to in this instance. Look, let's attack the one that's messing with the water in the board bath, or the water in the bird bath as well, first. I do want to try and open up with a dubious coal grenade, just in case it's important that I throw a couple of those so I actually fully understand it. And I feel especially comfortable doing so knowing that it's only going to take me one more round to end this all. Furtive giant cricket here is intending to do some bleeding damage. Which sure, that's going to hurt Gideon. Absolutely. And then in return, I will murder you. And Gideon will see your demise as well, so do not worry. You won. You've successfully eliminated 40% of the giant crickets. Alright, let's follow up with one more. Just this guy here. What? I can't? No, I can fight this guy. Oh, no, I can fight all three at the same time. He gave me a Zot. Hit me with the old AP reduction, so I'm not going to be able to use a special move this round. That's unfortunate. Aggressive and armed giant cricket. Applies physical damage. You intend to attack Gabby. We are now in the realm where I do think I'm probably just going to slap. Yeah, to finish off this target, we'll slap it before its turn. Ooh, that's another big Zot, unfortunately. As long as I don't get Zotted again by the same guy. Actually, hang on, no, I've kept my AP this round, so with the 3 and 8 that I can do, I can take out the furtive giant cricket. And if I wanted to, like, give myself maximal certainty that this is not going to be a problem for me in the future, I could try and heal, but I also see on screen that it says the enemy is only going to attack me for 1 Zorch worth of damage, which is apparently 5 in distance. And I will return with your murder. Alright, now where are their families? You won! You've exterminated the last of the giant crickets. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go turn in this job. Get a little bit more experience. I got rid of the gross monsters in the Lepidopterritorium or whatever. Did you know there were actually giant... I don't want to know what they were, thanks. I like to sleep at night. Here's your official city payment. You get 75 meat and 5 experience. Anything else you need done? I am a plumber. Well, that's plumb convenient, haha. Our plumbing just stopped running because it requires a real specific water pressure, and the pressure we get in from the municipal water supply has been unreliable recently. I need somebody to go down and adjust it. I'll unlock the manhole for you. Okay, I guess that sounds easy enough. Where's this manhole at? I have to imagine it's up into the top right, just because nothing else has been there yet. Science Center. I'll come back to here in just a little. Really? It's not up here? Excuse me? Complimentary hydrogen monoxide. Seriously though, where's this manhole at? Oh, I thought that was a chest, so I just immediately jettisoned that from my mind as soon as I interacted with it the first time. Like, I'm gonna get a key and come back here later. The caretaker has unlocked the hatch for you. You want me to climb down? Goldthwaite Park. Maintenance tunnels. Note says, stop messing with the switches! The fountain's not gonna work unless the pressure is exactly 40 gallons per minute. Okay then. The gauge reads 57 gallons per minute. Give me one moment, and I return. Problem-solving tools in tow. I've got my pen. Wait, that's not the sound of pen, that's the sound of... Hang on, I got my paper. I got my pen, which... That kind of sounds like a pen. I got my thinking cap. That was the sound of putting on the thinking cap. We're gonna solve this. Let's go. The gauge reads 57 gallons per minute. This switch is on. So, okay. So, literally, we just have on, off, off, on, off. And it's 57. So, A plus D is equal to 57. Right? I alternate this down to 7, so now I know that D is 7, and I know that A is 50. Assuming. Let's turn that down and see. Whoa, hang on, no, there's 1 gallon per minute when nothing's doing anything. Ah. Interesting, interesting. So by default, there's 1. Oh, hang on. No, turn the second one on. So that gets us up to 30. So that's... B is a total of 29. We're up to... Wait, hang on. Just putting the first one on is 50. The second one increases to... Yeah, okay. No, I did have that. Okay, cool. But that means that A is actually our 49. So A is 49. Let's check the third is 15, so that's 14. So C is 14. It's probably going to be C and E if I had to guess, right? This is just 2. D is 7 and E is 2. Alright. So A can definitely not be switched on. It's gonna get us way too high immediately. We're looking for... Oh. These can combine to this, right? C and D. Gonna take us way too far. Gets us to 37. So is it literally... Yeah, I just want B on? Because it was 40 gallons per minute is our target. Okay, right, that makes much more sense. As to actually have a puzzle. Okay, so I just had a little double look over what I'd done here, and I've slightly misformatted these. And effectively what I'd done is that for the start ones, because there is 1 gallon already in the gauge, and then adding this on turns it to 50, I assumed that meant that A was 49, but I will note that if I turn on the fourth switch, it goes up to 7, which I had also recorded already as 7 in total. Or rather, without the gauge being included. So it's actually 6. Which means that with actually 6, and our numbers across the board being 50, 30, 15, 7, and 3, that we should only need to switch on 2, 3, or 2, 4, and 5. It feels like the 1 gallon going through per minute was throwing me off a little bit there, and as soon as I was like, no, it's probably not gonna make me do, like, remainders and things like that, right? And as soon as I looked through it through the lens of, okay, this puzzle needs to be slightly less complex than it's looking like it's actually trying to be right now. That's what got it. That's what solved it. You got the correct pressure dialed in. No sense in messing with the switches any further. Let's go back on up. Hey! The fountain appears to be founting correctly now. It says no fishing. I'm definitely fishing here. Fish anyway, using the salty fishing rod. You gain 8 meat. How did you even get that on the hook? I want to continue fishing. More meat. You get 8 meat. How'd you get that on the hook? I'm going to continue fishing for meat. Looks like you caught everything that was here. 24 meat total. And it is time for us to claim our final mission from the groundskeeper. I fixed your fountain. It's working nice and smooth now. Terrific! Here's your official city payment. You gain 75 meat and 5 experience. Thanks. Anything else you need done? Well, that depends. What kind of contractor are you? I'm a security guard. A security guard? That's awfully humble for a police officer. What? I mean, since the municipal police force was entirely replaced with contractors, you might as well call yourself a cop, right? All of the rest of them do. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. There's a hobo who's been hanging out at the park fountain, and I'd like you to move him along. Is he causing trouble? No, not as such. In fact, everyone likes him. But busking in the park is against city ordinance, and rules are rules, you know. All right. I'm being so generous, I have to imagine that he will be okay with this. Hey, I need you to leave the park. You what? I can't even remember this guy's voice. You what? Yeah, sorry, the caretaker says that you have to go. There is a city ordinance against busking here, he says. Funny how that I only get enforced after I started giving that bozo a cut. Course, you and I both know only the police can actually run me off out of here. And you ain't no flatfoot. That's true. Could you leave as a favor to me? Well, okay, you seem like a decent type, and I guess I owe you one. I'll find someone else to toot this old tube. Thanks. Problem solved. You gonna let me go in that science center? I got the Hobo to leave. Did you beat him up? What? No. Are you sure you're a cop? Just kidding. Here's your official city payment. You gain 75 meat and 5 experience. Thanks! Thanks for all of the help. Goldthwaite Park's looking ship-shape thanks to you. Here, take this for your trouble. It's been in the lost and found for years. If whoever lost it was going to find it, they'd have found it by now. You gain an item, the Friendship Ring. Increases your familiar's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 3 at the start of the combat. On the outside of a dog, this ring would look really good. Inside of a dog, it's too hard to see. It was nothing. Hey buddy, you want to tell me about the science factory up there? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go check it out myself then. This exhibit would be more educational if any of the gizmos were labeled. I mean, I know what the gizmo on the far left is. That is the Holy Handy Grenade of Antioch. There are lots of rocks here, by the way, in the Discover Your New Favorite Rock stand. And you know the names of every single one of them. I'm gonna harvest the useful bits. You get glowing ooze, energizing powder, and frosty flakes. Glowing ooze, glowing green goo. Perhaps one day the world will be ready for the secret of it. And energizing powder. This is a natural energizing compound. Nature speaks in mysterious ways, but not before it's had its coffee. Explore the wondrous world of alchemy. It's a laboratory workbench. I'm gonna make some potions. What do you want? You currently have the following crafting materials. Looks like it is mostly the rocks. Basic potions, fancy potions, or nothing. I'm gonna look at the basic potions. Hot armor, cold armor. You can make some plus muscle, some plus mysticality. I'm completely fine, but it does tell me definitely that I should not be over wary about using any of my resources. I will get more. You don't trust this pendulum enough to get any closer to it, don't I? I was trying to check it out intently. Gabby, do you know anything about this area? Nope. The Tesla coil and the Edison coil are firing back and forth at one another. Really? I would have thought there would have been more in here unique, but maybe this is just the area where we can make potions for the very first time, and we'll happen back upon it later. For the moment, though, I guess we are going to take a walk out of the park. I'm going to go to the hobo camp. I've seen a couple more hobos. It's entirely possible that I may see one who has a little bit more to teach me. A thin, nervous-looking man in a suit stops you. Excuse me, do you fear for your safety in this dangerous city of hoodlums and criminals? I carry 3 spare changes of underwear, and I've already used one today. Friend, I think I have a much more convenient solution to your problems. Oh, okay, I see. What are you selling? He holds up a small case and opens it, displaying a selection of the tiniest pistols you've ever seen. Derringers, with one of these up your sleeve and your sock or wherever you think to hide it, personal self-defense is right at your fingertips. Huh. Are concealed pistols legal in this state? What? Probably. Sure. How much? Yours for only 30 meat. Extra small Derringer. Deals your moxie +2 physical damage. Yep. I'll buy one. Thanks, you won't regret this purchase. You can the extra small Derringer. And I certainly don't regret being able to make my rent payment to Mrs. Brewster. Who's Miss Brewster? She runs a boarding house for traveling salesmen. Gets real scary when the rent's late. Location unlocked. Miss Brewster's home for traveling salesmen. Maybe I will check that one out. Of course, we got a little bit more hobo code to invoke. Well, hey there, friend. How's life treating you? I'm doing all right. Say, I never got your name. I'm Obie. Pleased to meet you. Likewise, Obie. I'm Ryan. How's it going? Well, it's fine, but most of the fellas here have got kind of stories about their travels, and it occurs to me that maybe I ain't done enough of that. Feeling a bit of wanderlust? Well, I wouldn't put it quite that strong. Let's say a wanderthirst. You want to tag along with me? My weird new job investigating spooky antiques seems to involve a fair amount of travel. Well, now you're a pretty cool cat, and that does sound interesting. All right, I'm in. Obie has joined you as a companion. Are we heading out now, or do you want me to wait for you someplace? Now's as good a time as any. Hey, Gabby, mind waiting for me at Olivia's place? All right, let's hit it. Can I... Will you tell me anything about the hobo code? Say, Obie, do you know anything about the hobo code? Say, Obie, do you know anything about the hobo code? Sure, pal, I know a glyph or two. He pulls a scrap of paper out from his Oboe case and shows you a few symbols you haven't seen before. Swell, thanks. I'm gonna chew the fat with him. It's been a while since I was in Ocean City. I don't remember it being this run down. Yep, this old town, she's had some rough times. What happened? Beats me, I ain't hip to local politics. Tell you one thing though, it ain't a good sign when the city's parks gotta hire a random passerby off the street to do security guard work. Yeah, no kidding. Do you spend a lot of your time in Ocean City? It's a major rail hub, so yeah, I find myself way back there on the regular. Been all up and down this coast a bunch of times though, and as far north and wide as the Windy City, rather. Only that far? Why not all the way to Frisco? It's a long trip, and I'm not that much excited about crossing the desert. Seems like a real hassle. But I'll get to it one of these days, once I figure I've seen everything out there to see on this end of the country. I'm gonna keep shooting the breeze with this guy. He's interesting. I like him. Are you from Ocean City originally, Obie? Nope, I was born in upstate New York. Oh, what town? You wouldn't turd at it. Nowheresville. Man, I split that scene as soon as I was old enough to stick out my thumb. Doesn't sound like you miss it much. What's to miss? I got the whole world stretched out in front of me. I'm gonna flap my gums a bit more. How's the hobo life treating you, Obie? Well, I won't say I've got no complaints, but there was never a dull moment. Why, you're not gonna join it up? Considering all my luggage is burned in a mysterious fire and I'm sleeping in the back room of a shady antique store, I feel like I kind of already have. Well, heck, we'll have you riding the rails in no time. Love your spirit, buddy. Cannot wait to travel with you. I mean, yeah, Gabby was also present for a period of time. Look, I was trying to say something positive. Hey, 52. I was wondering if maybe introducing some more players for the band might move 52 a little bit there. The hobo in the from the abandoned grocery store is slouching around and generally staring off into space. Hi there, Samuel. How's it going? Doing fine, thanks. Do you have any hobo codes to share? He fishes out an old store receipt from his pocket and draws some very small symbols for you to squint at. Thanks. Were you able to find any work? That's a shame. Yeah, right. I mean, look, you can't let it get you down. How's the camp treating you? Yeah, I mean, look, it does seem nice. Everyone's real friendly. I mean, look, that's great. Community's real important. Definitely better than standing on an abandoned street corner. I don't suppose there's any chance a punchline that you could say something really elaborate and completely understandable, is there? Yeah, just checking. Okay, see you later. Alright, so that's the load, and then they fire the pistol later on when that actually does happen. I don't think Letters McCabe has anything unique or new to tell us about the state of the situations in which we find ourselves at the moment. Hey, can you teach me some hobo code? Right, of course. I need to bamboozle you, not for Moxie. I need to have the ability first to bamboozle. Something we don't yet have. How would I find bamboozlery? Well, it seems like maybe boardwalk nonsense to me. Let's have a look at our character sheet as well. I mean, we've got some unspent EXP. Bamboozle! Never mind, I'm just gonna immediately unlock it there. There we go. Oh, look, I could even get some more Moxie. Let's have a look at our Moxie as it currently stands as well. We're getting plus Mysticality from our extra canny. Let's find to maximum HP. Let's have a look at our inventory. There we go. So the Uncursed Fedora, Broken Coconut. It's a broken coconut. You can't remember where you got it. Ah, of course, this is the one that fell on our head after we punched the palm tree. Got it. I need to go and get a photo taken of that. Let's equip our extra small Derringer. I'm getting plus 1 Mysticality from the reporter's cufflinks, but I don't really have something else I want to wear there instead. Everyone else but you loses that at the start of the combat. No. Plus maximum HP, single shoe, getting the Finch. Yeah, it really feels like I can increase my Moxie one more with the food. Actually, do I even have the food for... I don't even have the food for increasing my Moxie. Do I have the potion? I do not even have the potion for increasing my Moxie. Oof. So, I don't think I can do this without leveling up. Can you teach me some hobo code? Is it 3? No, it's 4 Moxie. Yeah. I mean, look, I am going to need to invest in the rhythm in my blood, and while I do want some Mysticality, I now have all the Mysticality I needed. I got my extra shooting techniques. I still haven't been using them, apparently. Oh no, wait, I have been using them. It's just plus 1 to all of the damage on ranged weapon attacks, so I've definitely been using it consistently. Never mind, dudes. I have gotten some additional dates as well, so we may have a little bit more to learn from Plunkett Street's Watchful Eye arcade. Obie stops and calls out for your attention to a small park that the two of you are walking past. Look, that's a fair number of folks out today. Are we in a hurry? I guess not. Why? He pulls out his oboe from the case and drops 2 meat in the hat and hands it to you. I'm thinking it's a crying shame to waste such an opportunity. Is busking legal here? Kid, don't be a square. I mean, we'll be gone long before anyone makes a fuss. Okay. You pass the hat out while Obie belts out some tunes, and the two of you split the take afterwards. I get 18 meat. Before returning to the Watchful Eye Agency to read a little bit more. Okay, so the birth and death dates of people related to the founding of Ocean City apparently did not give me any unique archives through which to search. We do, however, have November 13th, 1922, where we find something interesting. 10 experience. This morning, a new sculpture was revealed in Goldthwaite Park, donated by Ocean City Comptroller Margaret Smudged. No, that's not her name, it's just Smudged. The sculpture, which consists of 5 jagged pointed rocks arranged in a rough circle on a small concrete plinth, has been described variously as avant-garde, thrillingly pointy, and fine, I guess. Wait, are you writing this down? Hi, Mom! By interesting onlookers. Interested onlookers. Interesting onlookers may have been available as well, but they weren't necessarily questioned. We are going to be on our way to Ms. Brewster's in order to see the home for traveling salesmen at the start of the next episode here in Shadows Over Loathing. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Shadows Over Loathing. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a series playlist in the top left, YouTube recommendation down below, and streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and above the thank you. And a special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.